Yo, hey guys. What's up? Like this is kind of an experiment, I want to make. So not the usual video, but again more of a story video, but kinda in a different story. So basically, what happened is a month or so ago. I think also talked about this in my video when I talked about when I got my onslaught girdle. I got an item, which are like these shoulders, Drake Town pauldrons. And it's not really about the item, it's more what happened with someone, pretty much. So someone whispered me, and I don't really use that term a lot, but pretty much crashed out on me. And you will see what I mean by that. Like, it is actually true. Like, it was a legitimate crash out, just because I got an item, and it was also a bug, of course, but yeah. Let me actually fly somewhere, so I just have some background footage. So in this video I will show you some screenshots. They will pretty much, I don't know, I will put them somewhere on the screen so you can read through that if you want to. But basically the story goes like this. I joined in Blackwing Lair Park with some of my guildmates. We cleared it. It was kind of a meh run. Like we didn't really get any loot. And of course also, what else? Like yeah, I died a lot. Because yeah, no one used world buffs and such. It was kinda a strange run, but it was chill. The people were funny and such. It was like with Discord and such as well. But yeah, that's basically what happened. And in the run, there was like one warrior. I don't know what his name again was. Like something with mints now or something like that. But yeah, you will see it in the screenshots. Basically, these shoulders dropped. And at the end they got rolled out. Of course there were no SRs on them. I didn't have any SR on them, no one had. So they got rolled out as free roll, and I won it. Like, I kinda wanted them. Like, two reasons being, I wanted to kinda transition into not using the rank 10 set anymore, because I also got these legs way back before. But also I have an easier time to actually transition to other items which are not set dependent, which I'm using right now. For example, like of course I have 2.5. But yeah, that's like one thing I wanted to do with them. Also I got kinda sick of rank 10. So I wanted to use something else. Which is kinda like a greedy thing, but yeah. The thing is, this performance is really similar to rank 10. There are some benefits, like you have raw stats instead of having things like crit and attack power, but whatever. It's not really an important thing. I use them also a lot for tanking. One guy whispered me because he really wanted these shoulders. And I looked at his gear, it was really bad. So I also kind of felt bad for him. But, however, I was kind of hesitant. He first asked me if he could buy them off me. But I said pretty much no, I don't really sell items. There's like a whole reasoning behind this. Basically, I don't really sell items because people can abuse it and they can report me and they get flagged for GDKPs and such. So that's why I don't really sell items. Like, don't really give any strangers a chance to fuck you over, because people will do all the things in the game just to grief you. Being mind controlling you when you are getting a buff, so the opposite, like so your faction can kill you, like doing all of the different stuff just to grief you. So yeah, never give people any chances. So that's what I do. So I don't really sell items. I told him, yeah, I don't really sell items, sorry. I was kind of thinking about giving it to him, but something was strange about this person. I don't know, like something was off, which I was also kind of right about, which you will see. But yeah, then he started whispering me a lot, like saying, yeah, I never get any items, I never get anything. So he kind of tried the tactic of me feeling bad for him, so I give him the item. I mean, it kind of works, but so I was kind of thinking about giving him the item, but still, yeah, he whispered me a lot, spammed me a lot. My mind was already somewhere else because I wanted to help some guildmates of mine doing a quest. Just to get the Peasant Collar trinket. So I was already on my way to Western Plaguelands. In the meantime, this guy pretty much whispered me kind of, trying to really get these shoulders. and trying to get do everything. However, one really interesting thing was he then started to kinda say, yeah, I'm like such a good warrior. I do like so much effort into the game. I get like all the world buffs. I get like the consumes, but I never get any items. And by this point I was thinking, okay, like it's kind of things that happens, but a lot of people are bringing like effort. Like, getting world buffs and consumes nothing special. Like, do you want everyone who does that to get preferential treatment? Then you would need to do it for everyone, so it doesn't really make any sense. But I already knew this was like one of these people, you know, like people who get like all the world buffs or the consumes and such. But they don't do it for themselves, they do it because they expect that they get more items and such, more often preferential treatment. Which is kind of a thing which makes a bit of sense. Of course, people who bring up more effort should get like more rewarded in general. But these people are a bit different. They expect it. They want it 100%. They also feel superior to everyone else, even if they aren't. Which this person is. Like for example, for DPS number and such. If you want to compare that and also other things. But yeah, basically he tried that. Tried to impress me with having like superior warrior knowledge and such. And things like that. However, one thing which I kinda saw in the start is that he said he SR DFT and it doesn't drop. He kinda complained about it, like I SR DFT every raid, but I don't get it and such. And no, I was thinking two things. So first of all, I was thinking, okay, why do you expect DFT? You have like almost no gear. And you do like the normal basic stuff. Why should you get DFT? So you need, I think, I was already thinking, okay, this guy really thinks really highly of himself. Because just showing up to a raid and doing your DPS, like, that's nothing. Yeah, like, you're not even tanking, you're not even healing, like, not even that. You just are a random DPS. Like, there's nothing special. Did you help organize the raid? Did you help did you help doing the loot? Maybe did you raid lead? Did you organize anything? Like, no, you are just here, you do DPS, that's it. Like, yeah, you can't really expect anything for that, even if you bring world buffs and consumables, that's like the basic stuff. But yeah, I told him like world buffs and consumables are the basics. One other thing is, which when I heard the DFT thing, it kind of flashed me. Like one of these like weird Bollywood series, you know, where you have like all of the different camera angles, heavy editing and such. It was kind of like that, because when I looked at this gear, he pretty much had like fresh level 60 warrior gear, like really bad gear. But he goes for DFT, like he wastes his SR on DFT. I told him pretty much, why do you waste your SR on DFT? Go for some other items. It's only like a 10-20 DPS increase over Hodge. Like it doesn't really make any sense. I kind of tried to help him. But yeah. That's where he cracked already. He was kind of getting mad. He was like, no dude, it's best in slot, you know, you don't really know what you're talking about. It's such a huge item and so on, blah blah. And I told him, bro, if you are SR in DFT, you will have 20 people who are SR'd. You will have people who have rank 14 gear, who don't need anything else, and they use free SRs on DFT. And you are competing against that with your green, blue geared level warrior, which has like nothing, and you can use everything else from the raid, which is an upgrade for you. So yeah, it's kind of what I told him. And I didn't really insult him or anything. Like, it's the truth. It's the truth. If you are joining a raid and don't have any gear, and you go for the big ticket items, like, don't feel bad if it either doesn't drop or you go out with no loot. So that's also where I realized, okay, that's also the reason why he doesn't get any loot. He's always trying to get for DFT, go for DFT, has no other SRs on the other stuff. Because I told him you could have SR'd the shoulders and you would have them right now, which were I think there would have been bigger upgrades in DFT even for him. But yeah, I don't remember if he had Hodge or not, whatever. So that's basically what happened. Also, to be honest, he did good DPS with his gear especially, but still, like no reason to act like this. And it was more and more strange, like he tried to really hammer in the point that he's such a good warrior, has like a lot of knowledge. At some point he even kinda quizzed me, so he asked me a question, kind of a quiz, just to see if I have the warrior knowledge or whatever. I think that was like really strange. Sadly I don't have a screenshot for that, so you just need to believe me. But basically he asked me, what would you use when you use recklessness? Like which items are the best? And I said, yeah, you can use the ZG legs, which have like a lot of strength. If you don't know what I mean is, I don't know if you can see that, or maybe the whispers is in a way. But basically these legs here, blood-soaked leg plates, because they have a lot of strength. I said they have, I don't know, like you can use something which has a lot of stats. It was like kinda like the nerd emoji meme, you know, like it was like, no, it's not like that. You need to things like that have a lot of strength. And I was like, okay, bro, it's okay. Like we get the point. And he was like trying to show me the logs from classic era, saying he doesn't really have a lot of good gear, but it says decent logs. I didn't really look at it because I don't care. And yeah, all of this just to get the shoulders. He was trying to kind of manipulate me, giving him the shoulders. Of course, I didn't really care because I barely gave him any attention. I just looked at some of the chat, what he wrote when I made my way into Western Plaguelands, and yeah, he went off and on about different topics. It was crazy. However, now let's go to the more important and schizophrenic stuff, which I want to talk about now. You can also see it in the messages, in the screenshots. At some point, he went into real life stuff. So he said, basically, I think where it started was like, he said, okay, I have, like, my time is really important, like, way more important than other people, because, like, I go to the gym, I work, yeah, I'm such a big alpha male, I'm 6'3", and I pull, like, a lot of women and such, I have all the risks, and things like that. And I was thinking, like, what? Like, we are still talking about, like, these shoulders, right? Like, that's why you whispered me. Like, what does this have to do with anything? He was also saying, like, my time is more worth than yours. I do all of this, and you do nothing, you just play this game. And I was saying, no, like, going to work is normal. I also go to work and go to the gym. Like, it's normal stuff, you don't need to boast about it. Like, have an ego for that. It's like normal. But yeah, that was like kind of a thing which was kind of funny already. I was kind of thinking about it. Okay, what does he mean with like the time, like my time is more worth than yours? So I asked him, and he said basically, yeah, because I'm such a big giga chat. Pretty much what he kind of said. Like he said, yeah, I work, I do this, I do this, I do this, I go out, blah blah, and such things like that. And I was like thinking, okay, again, like this has nothing to do with his shoulders. I tried to kind of save him. I didn't want to, like, that he embarrasses himself anymore, like even more. I told him these are just some shoulders, like chill. Like this is just, we are just playing a game. Like basically it isn't that deep, bro. Basically that was kind of my answer. Like I kind of tried to pull him back a bit, you know, like so. Yeah, so it doesn't go off about like I don't know real life stuff or go even more into that. Because I really don't care. Like seriously, like I don't know why he whispers me. I told him I don't really care about that. Like I could have like ignored him, but I also, like, to be honest, I thought it was really funny, to be honest. So that's why I didn't ignore. Like all of this was pretty much entertainment for me, and I really wanted to kind of rage bait him a bit to see what else he would say, but that was a bit after. When I saw it was kind of lost. So I saw he was kind of also lost, lost cause. Like there's like no point trying to, yeah, trying to that he calms down a bit, but didn't really work. So he's going on and on about it. I was telling him, bro, these are just some shoulders. Why are you like crashing out about this so much? And he was like saying, no, it's not about the shoulders thing. Like, you do really think it's still about the shoulders, blah blah, and so. And I was like thinking, yes. Because you are still asking for them. He was still asking for the shoulders at this point. He was like saying, man, bro, come on, do you really need these shoulders, man? Come on. Like, after he's dropping all of this. But whatever. It was so stupid. So you can see from the screenshots, like, I'm not lying about this. He was really like, yeah, I'm 6'3" alpha male. You are like a 3'10" male and whatever. I don't even know what he means by that. Like, what? What does this even have to do with anything? So stupid. Other stuff, like he talked a lot. Like, it was kind of crazy. A whole time I thought, okay, like, what is this guy even about? Like, what does this have to do with anything? First, I thought he was kind of joking. Like, it was maybe a big joke, similar to like a hidden camera or whatever. Like, but no, it wasn't really. It was really going to that shit so deep end. At one point, he asked me, I think you can also see it in the screenshot. No, he didn't really ask me, he said, yeah, I hope your mom makes like, makes your hot pockets tonight or something like that, like something to eat. I don't really know what hot pockets are, to be honest. But yeah, that was like his point, what he wanted to make. And I was like, no, I make like my own stuff, I cook my own stuff. And it was like, yeah, that's such a big normie thing to do. You are such a big normie. I was like, kind of like, what my mind was thinking, man, what the fuck is this even about? Why are you so, I don't know, like so special? Like, this guy really needs some therapy. That's also, I think, what I told him. Like, not really therapy, but needs to get off the game. Like, seriously. I told him that, bro, like, chill a bit. Yeah, get off the game. If it makes you this pressed. Not getting some shoulders, whatever. It's crazy. But he was like, no, it's not about the shoulders. It's like, you're like, then he kind of tried to insult me and such. It was so stupid. But yeah, that's basically what he said. And then I was thinking about like the thing, like the normie thing. First of all, you're trying your best. Like, let's summarize a bit. So first you are whining a lot. Like, trying to make me feel bad for you, so I give you the shoulders. That didn't really work because you are bad at it, kind of, and not really sincere. Then the other thing is trying to impress me. Such how big of a warrior you are, so we can talk about warrior stuff or whatever. That also didn't really work because I didn't really care. And the other thing was you were then trying to project. Like, this guy was trying to project like all of the stuff, like telling me, yeah, you live in a small town and you don't pull any girls and your time is not worth as much as mine. You are 24/7 online in this game. Again, both of this is not true. The funny thing is, everything you tried to project onto me wasn't true. Like, not one thing, which is kind of funny, to be honest. Like, I don't really live in a small town in Germany. Like, everything was not true. Then he tried to call me a normie when I make my own food, which is like probably the most retarded thing he said. Because, like, wouldn't it be kind of the opposite? To be honest, like, isn't this kind of whatever? It's just stupid. Also, who uses normie in the big 2025? Like, who calls someone a normie? Yeah, whatever. Another thing is, which was like probably one of the weirdest thing, he really boasted about his physique, like being 6'3", like a big, muscular roid head, and he really tried that. Like, he really wanted to convince me that I should check out his Discord profile. Because, like I said previously, we were in the same, I think, call. Because we did, like, the Blackwing Lair pack. Everyone else. And of course didn't, like, check his Discord profile. Because I don't really care. But that was, like, his thing he wanted to do. And he really tried to. You can also see it in the screenshot. He really wanted me that I should check his Discord profile. Because he probably has a picture of himself or whatever. It was so strange, and I don't know, like was he trying to flirt with me, you know? It was so weird. Like, I don't know, it seemed kind of gay, to be honest. But yeah, whatever, it was so strange. But again, like, you can see some people are like really strange in this game. They get like really mad really easily about this, and then they go all out about this. So don't forget, all of this is because I got some shoulders. He didn't SR and I just won a roll. So that's like that. And these are not like some piece like DFT or some big ticket item. It's just some random shoulders. And all of the mental capacity used to message me all of this stuff just for some shoulders. Just because of some shoulders. And even if he said it's not because of the shoulders, like, it's pretty much where it started. It's crazy. But yeah, basically, I used that just for some entertainment, to be honest. Because at some point I realized it has like no use, like no point trying to reason with this person. He's just way off in the deep end. Yeah, he's just like one of these people who think very highly of themselves and is it red pilled? Maybe it is. I don't know. Like pretty much like that. So yeah, it was really funny, to be honest. I think he projected a lot of stuff he said about me, probably for himself. Like probably has some insecurities about that. Because you don't go around cry about an item for like over 10 minutes to someone, and then you are trying to boast yourself as being this alpha big male, and then still trying to beg someone for these shoulders. So yeah, like that is so ironic, to be honest. At some point also he said he's superior to me, whatever that means. Like superior in what way? Like, to be honest, I have the shoulders right now and you don't, so maybe it means real life superior. I don't know, if you have that kind of mindset, I wouldn't say so. But that's like one of the best examples I can show you where if you behave like a dick, you won't get anything done in the game. Like, you see it all the time. People behave like really strangely, really deranged. And that's always what happens. We had some similar situation in our guilds. Of course, it wasn't that deranged, or maybe it was kind of, whatever. But yeah, people have this ego, having big ego for themselves. They kind of think they deserve everything. They are so superior to everyone else and whatever. And if that doesn't happen, and they realize, no, people don't really think like that, or they don't like you. Yeah, it's kind of a big realization. But this will never happen to these people. It's always the other people that are at fault. So yeah, that's kind of the thing I wanted to talk about. Again, now you can kind of see what I mean. The biggest schizophrenic on the server. If you would know the whole, if I would have the whole messages, all of them, it would have been even more insane. Like, he typed a lot of insane stuff. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't talk about, he kind of tried to dox me. Like, he said, yeah, you live like in a small town in Germany, and he also kind of tried to like stalk my Discord profile a bit and try to get some information from that. But yeah, that didn't really work, because like I don't live in a small town in Germany, and I live in Germany. That's really easy to find out, because yeah, you can see like my name, Anker or Uncle, which is like in German. Yeah, no, and my heavy German accent. It's not really a secret, to be honest. But still, you got that other thing wrong. I don't really live in a small town in Germany. Yeah, like I said, a lot of projections, a lot of assumptions. And also, like, at some point, like during that, he pretty much argued against himself. Because I didn't really give him a lot of attention, which maybe hurt his feelings. I don't know, probably what happened. But basically what happened is he kind of argued with himself. I was kind of busy helping my guild, and during that time he like messaged me a ton, and I didn't really respond. And he was like saying, yeah, I'm right, you have no arguments, that's why you don't respond anymore. Like, that's the only thing I caught. I was like saying, no, I'm kind of busy helping my like guildmates and such. And I was like saying, yeah, that's like an excuse, whatever. And then he kind of argued against himself in my DMs. Like, did like a whole spiel just for that. It was kind of funny, to be honest. I didn't have to do anything to get someone this mad. I could have said like a lot more different stuff, but like why do it? Like this guy already does it for himself. He already did everything, which is like insanely funny. But yeah, that's kind of the point of my video. Maybe you would have also asking why do I even make this video? What's the point of this? Like talking about one singular person. It's not really about the person, it's more over just to show you what some people on Classic WoW are like. Sadly, this game is really kind of a magnet for really deranged persons. It's kind of like an insane asylum, to be honest. And I kind of have a lot of knowledge about that because I played League of Legends a lot. And there's also another game where you see like a lot of really interesting people, let's say it like that. So yeah, it's insane. However, also it's kind of like two sides of a coin. I also met some of the most chill, friendliest people in this game as well. So yeah, it's kind of two sides of a coin. So that's pretty much that. Again, if you have similar stories, feel free to share them in the comments. I think it's always fun to like read or see that. I like looked a lot about like when AQ40 came out in back in Classic 2019. All of the Scarab Lord drama and such was really fun to follow. Even though I didn't really play 2019 Classic, but still, like all of the videos and so on were pretty fun. And yeah, if you have similar stories, feel free to share them. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the video. If you like these kinds of videos, feel free to like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. So, goodbye.